Well, it's like a dog kennel here. There's dogs everywhere. Well, good Saturday morning to you, everybody. Another beautiful day out here at the land. And I'm not sure what we're going to get into today. We'll just take it as we go. Now, I got a little company out here today. Youngest son Reed's out here. And we put the little boat in. It's just a beautiful day out here. Hard to believe it. Super calm wind. Neighbor next door is doing his first cutting of, okay, I'm not a farmer, alfalfa, I think. So he's cutting that over there, and pond is gorgeous. Beautiful sunny day. Well, I got a lot of different projects going on out here in the shop. Actually, got my drones sitting over here. Dog collars. I got to lube up a garage door later on, so I set the can out to remind me to do that. And then I've got these locks. They're well, they're to replace the deadbolts on all the walk-through doors. I've got 4 of them in the building, and I'm going to replace just the regular old deadbolt locks with these. So they got the keypad, so you don't need a key. You can just open them with that, or they're also smart locks on Wi-Fi, so you can lock or unlock anywhere or from anywhere on your phone or whatever, internet. So that's kind of nice. You can also set like random codes. So say you got a contractor coming out and you just want like a one-time use code, you could set that remotely as well. So, which is great for me because, you know, I'm usually in town, and once in a while I got somebody coming out. Like next week, for example, I got somebody coming out to redo a little bit of the flooring that's coming up, and so I can set like a one-time use code, and I think you can even set a timer on it for how long you want that code to be active. So say you're expecting the guy here from 8 to noon, you can set a timer from 8 to noon and give him that code, and then that code is only good that one time during that time period. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to be working on that today. This is what's in there right now. It's just a regular old deadbolt lock. So gonna be throwing some new ones of those in. First one always takes the longest. I actually just put one in at our house, and I really like that one. So that's why I was like, well, shoot, why don't I put them in out here too? Everything else is smart, and I've got smart garage door openers. Why do I not have smart keyless entry deadbolts on all the doors? That's kind of silly. So we're going to open all those up, get those changed out. It was pretty easy when I did the first one, but that was a while ago, a couple weeks ago. So we'll do the first one, and after that I'll be a pro. I'll do the other 3 pretty quick, I'm sure. And yeah, what a beautiful day out here. Beautiful blue sky, some high clouds. Just gorgeous out here today. All right, well, it's a different day, but I got all my locks installed, so I wanted to quick show those to you. Let me flip the camera around a minute, and I guess I don't need to show the same thing 4 different times, but I'll show you on this door here. All right, there's our new deadbolt keyless entry and smart lock. So I think, yeah, you hit the keypad, it lights up when you enter or press the home button. Just enter your code, and then it'll lock or unlock. On the inside, just has the battery box and the throw lever. So it's really nice. Actually, let me get the app out. I'm going to show you on the app here how that works now. Okay, hopefully that's showing up. I got a little bit of glare, but so I've got one lock, like I already mentioned, at the place in town, our home in town, and then out here, the ranch, the land, whatever. Right now, if I go into there, there's my 4 doors. I can individually lock or unlock, just individual doors. And then I also noticed what's kind of cool is up top here, it shows like the 4 different lines. Now it's showing that one of the 4 doors is locked and 3 are unlocked. So the other thing you can do is just press that one, And that's going to go ahead and, well, I guess at this point it's going to unlock one and lock the other three. Let's see, that should turn green. Well, it's taking a bit. Anyway, well, no, I guess okay. I left it locked. I was thinking about it because it was already locked. So, okay, the other thing that I've got on here that I wanted to tell you about, I've got Google Home, and that's got, like in the building here, like all the thermostats, and you can set up automation. So I've got, right now, I've got one, it's called Ranch Off Winter Time, and then one is Ranch Off Summer, because they're kind of set to do different things. I've got it on for winter, turns the heat up, and then off turns the heat down. On for summer turns fans on and turns the air conditioning down. So off just kind of does different things for that. But if I go Ranch Off Summer right now, it's gonna do a bunch of different things. It's gonna shut lights off. It's gonna turn the air conditioning temperatures way up if we're not here, and it's gonna lock all four of those walk-through doors. Is one of the things that's gonna happen when I press that. So that's pretty cool. Well, I spent the morning cleaning out the inside of my truck. You can about imagine hauling 3 dogs around, how much, especially when I'm out here, how much dirt and hair and stuff like that I get in here. My 2 doodles, they don't shed, so they just haul in a little bit of dirt and gravel. But this guy, that guy, he hauls in dirt, gravel, and I get yellow hair all over my interior. So it's a pain. I got seat covers and stuff, but it was getting really dusty and dirty in there, at least for my standards. I like having things just clean. So I spent, man, at least a good hour, probably an hour and a half this morning just doing the interior. Needs a car wash, but I've got a wash club membership back in town, so there is one in the nearest town about 3 miles away, but I'd have to spend $20 to run it through there, and I'm already paying for the subscription. I got to go back tomorrow for a meeting, so that'll be a good time to do it tomorrow then. Anyway, run it through the wash. So got another project that I'm going to start doing here in just a second. All right, I sprayed weeds earlier this year with the sprayer. A lot of that stuff I was able to do just with this 3-point sprayer with the arms out. Oh, good grief. Dogs. He's been barking all day. I don't know what about, but okay, anyway. The spraying I got to do now, though, most of the flat stuff isn't looking too bad, kind of unfortunately. What I've got to spray, I've got some thistles and weeds and stuff like that, noxious weeds kind of stuff that could get me in trouble with the county, that I've got to spray, but they're all on like the sides of the berms around the ponds and just tough to get to spots. It's not stuff I can drive over with the tractor with the boom arms out. So we got to get that hooked up. Right now I've got the box blade on. Well, here, what I really wanted to do, let me show you this. All right, so this is on my 3038E, and since I have to use a lot of hand wand spraying to do this, I thought I could sit up in the seat with the wand sprayer, and then this tank's 3-point, but I've got this cool trailer mover 3-point thing that mounts on my loader. So I was gonna mount it on there. Unfortunately, this thing has that hitch thing that sticks out, and it runs into the, oh, wrong end. Runs into the base of this 3-point thing on here, so it won't go on there. So that's a great idea, not gonna work. And I was doing some box blading with the 4066, so I got my box blade on there right now. So gonna have to first take that off, and then and then hook up the sprayer, fill it. It's going to be kind of a pain because, like I said, I need to do a lot of hand spray, and I can either run the hose up through the back window, and then I'm going to have to just keep my door open, spray out the door, or I'm just going to have to move the tractor, get out, spray what I can, hop back in, move the tractor, get out. I don't know. I've been delaying this project for a couple of days, so I better get after it, but I'm not looking forward to it. There's Mr. Barky Dog himself. I think I figured out what he's barking at. I hear pheasant over there somewhere, so I think that's what it's getting them all riled up. So, getting back to this thing, I've also got these weight hanger brackets on this one. I had an earlier video showing how I was cutting down some smaller weights to fit on there. These are my 70-pound weights. Kind of helps put some, because you know there's no down pressure in the 3-point arm, so helps to put a little extra weight on there so the box blade would dig in a little better. But I don't really feel like taking this all off to spray, but I got no choice. Well, I'm putting this video together here, and a couple things I noticed that one thing I need to, well, two things probably that I should explain. You might be wondering, when I was showing the 3038E, talking about sitting in the open station tractor, spraying from the seat, and I was going to try to put the tank on the front, and that didn't work. Well, why the heck don't I just put it on the back? It's the 3-point. Well, here's why. If you go back in my videos, you'll find the love-hate video, and that's about hooking up the flail mower that I have on that tractor. That is on there. I put it on the spring. It's just, the thing is just a pain to hook up for some reason. I don't like putting it on or taking it off. And so I put that on that tractor, this spring. My intent is just to leave that on until as long as I don't need to do any more mowing, obviously anyway. But I just kind of want to leave that on that tractor as long as possible so I don't have to mess with it. That's not an option if you've only got one tractor, but I got the other tractor that I can do all sorts of rear implement work, and that one's a lot easier to hook stuff up to anyway because of the trailer mover, not trailer, attached tractor. Well, anyway, that thing on the fender where you can raise and lower the arms and move the tractor forward and back from outside, just running the buttons on the remote there in the fender. So that's why I did not use the 3038E, because it was a lot easier just to take the box blade off the 4066R than to unhook that flail mower and hook it back up when I was done. Okay, so that explains that. The other thing I noticed is once I started spraying, you'll notice over here, I got a little blood over there. That was not on my face. I had noticed when I was mowing that I'd cut one of my, I don't remember which one, small cut on one of my fingers. Well, apparently I had scratched an itch or something, so yeah, there's a little bit of blood there, so hopefully that doesn't gross you out, but that's what's going on. So sorry about that. I did not notice it until I was looking at the camera, so or reviewing the footage. So all right, back to the video. I got the sprayer on the tractor. Raise that up a little more here. Get this outside, we'll get some water in it. Dump in a little chemical, and then we should be ready to go. Okay, I got my spraying operation going here. Spraying out the door. It's not ideal, but it works. And I guess it's better than start, stop, climb in, climb out, all that sort of stuff. I think it'll work. I just gotta make sure I don't rip my cab door off on something. What I'm spraying really, but just all these thistles I've got. Just trying to mainly focus on those. I'm not too worried about other weeds so much, but definitely don't want the thistles. That'll get you in trouble with the farmers in the county around here, I guess. Alright. Well, I've been at this now for probably at least a half an hour, and there's quite a bit more to do. The biggest area that I have problems with is around my big pond here. This big berm, and I don't know, let me see if I can get the camera to show that. trying to spray over the hill. It's pretty steep. I mean, there's really no way to get to it. So I'm trying to use the wind to my advantage and just sort of loft the spray up over the edge onto the weeds that I know are there, without trying to go too far out an extreme to get it into my pond. So, although I suppose you spray this on the weeds, you might have some natural runoff anyway. And then up on the front of my land up here, flooded a couple years ago, and ever since then I've had all this wild marijuana. I don't know where that all came from, but so, oh, there's a little robin's nest down there with a couple of eggs. That's cute. So anyway, I'm trying to get rid of all that. That stuff is nasty smelly too for some reason. Alright, well, yeah, this is working out okay, I think. We'll know in a couple of weeks how effective it was. I mean, I don't think it's possible to get everything, but we'll get what we can. Well, the spring adventure is at an end for now. The tank is empty. I went through 40 gallons, sprayed all of it through the hand wand. So there's some more weeds to do, but I got a lot of the worst of it. So we'll see, probably in a couple of weeks we'll be able to tell the results, and it's probably good enough anyway. But well, that job is done. I'm glad that's done, because yeah, I don't mind spraying with the boom, but from the tractor, but man, that hand wand spraying out the door, that's not really fun. So well, I think that's probably going to be enough for this time. Yes, I did have the dogs locked up while I was spraying. They were not following me around. They were in the building, so they're fine. Guys, I think that's going to do it. Thanks for watching us here on Tractors, Land, and Shop Time. And be sure to join us again. Click subscribe. Thanks, everybody.